Tesla's in deep, deep trouble. Oh my gosh, $250 million verdict against them. Or are we overreacting because we are the media and that's what we love to do? Clickbait, clickbait, clickbait. I wish you don't fact check me because it's all nonsense. But you know what? I think I'm going to do. I got my buddy Herbert here. We are going to fact check it. We are going to add the context that's missing from those articles, all about Tesla's jury trial verdict resulting in $240 million in damages. I'm Brian. Welcome to Futuraza. So Herbert, of course, has his own channel. It is called Brighter with Herbert, and it makes you brighter. Check it out if you haven't. And if you haven't, what? That's weird, you guys. So anyway, you may have heard of this story. I don't know, but I love this. I'm going to start on the Google News results because 240 million, 329 million, 243. Is this an auction? What is going on? 200
by the
million.
way, this is 5 days ago, and so you had to type in Tesla lawsuit Florida, but 5 days ago, 6 days ago, 5 days ago and 4 days ago, you did not need to type that in. This was every headline right up in front page. This was the major news everywhere.
Genuinely bonkers. And I did have to add Florida because all of the stories
in Florida.
all of the stories had shifted to the Delaware lawsuit. Yeah. So, all right. Tesla hit with $243 million in damages after a jury finds its autopilot feature contributed to fatal crash. Verdict follows a 3-week trial that threw a spotlight on how Tesla and Elon have marketed their driver assistance software to people who are apparently unaware that the term autopilot has existed in the aerospace industry for over 100 years. Okay, rant over on that part. So what we've got here is this federal jury found that Tesla was partly liable, only partly. The jury awarded the plaintiffs $43 million in compensatory damages for pain and suffering because, that's $43 million of pain, plus $200 million in punitive damages, which are intended to deter future harmful behavior by Tesla. The verdict is a blow for Tesla. Now, the 8-person jury said that Tesla was partly to blame 6 years ago when neither the driver of the Tesla sedan nor the autopilot software braked in time for an intersection. If there's an intersection, you're not supposed to be using it. You're using it wrong. The jury assigned Tesla 1/3 of the blame. Wait, 1/3 of the blame is worth $250 million and assigned 2/3 to the driver who was reaching for his cell phone at the time of the crash. He was sued separately. Whoa, what? The family sued the guy who's responsible. What? How does that work, Herbert? Did you know that part of the story?
Of course. I mean, it was pretty obvious. He was responsible for the accident 100%.
I meant, did you know that his family sued him?
No.
How dare you die? I assume it's because he has insurance, but Tesla denounced the verdict and, of course, will appeal. So now what happens? Because, $250 million, Herbert, it's going to take him literally days to make that much money. But I think what it would do...
It's a nothing burger. Okay, it's a nothing burger. So the institutional analysts have come out. Piper Sandler recently just came out with a note saying that this is a nothing burger. This is... it's overblown what you're reading here. So first of all, this was 2019. It was not FSD at the time. The guy admitted that he dropped his cell phone and he was fishing for it. So he's like, searching for it. That's how 40,000 deaths happen when a human driver makes a mistake, something like that. He was pressing on the accelerator. And so as soon as you press accelerator right off the bat, that turns off autopilot, you're telling the autopilot to keep going forward. And it went through a stop sign, hit a car, and behind it was a boyfriend, girlfriend, and she died. Oh. So it's tragic that this happened in the first place. But this is a human driver killing people, which is what happens already today. To then try to blame it on autopilot, which he was pressing if it happened when he was supervising it, then that's one story. But another story is he was physically down there, fishing for his cell phone, pressing on the gas. Okay.
See, I was going to I was going to say that I misunderstood who it was that had passed. I thought it was the driver who had passed. I was thinking of a different story. This was somebody else. That's really tragic.
He killed a girl, a woman, and they're blaming it on Tesla. Now the jury voted in favor, right? So Tesla has to pay for it. But again, everybody realizes this is autopilot software from 2019 when FSD hadn't yet been sent out anyways. And they're just saying, oh, because you called it autopilot. And Elon kept saying he's convinced the world that the car can already drive flawlessly at the time. But again, the circumstances show that is the case. Now, there has been many lawsuits against Tesla after this, before this jury came out with this result, that has already settled precedents that this is silly. You don't do this. Any car company who has ADAS can be now be held liable if you have ADAS, not FSD. You have ADAS, sort of assistance driving for safety.
Basically.
Yeah, you are now liable for killing somebody. And so what you're purposely doing here, which is obviously stupid, because the whole point of the software, right, is it's like the software is not saying it will stop at stop signs. At that time, Tesla was not promising that this car can stop at stop signs. This is how early this was. Okay, so I think today they got hit with the money. They're going to appeal it. They'll probably win the appeal, high chance. And then, of course, discovered later as well that some of the jury members are very biased. And so, I was saying that there was already previous precedents of other lawsuits that was dismissed in court against Tesla for something similar to this. So it was kind of odd that this one passed. So I think most people, including the smart investors, will just ignore this and not think that it's anything more than that.
Nissan ProPilot is a system that does adaptive cruise control and lane keep, but it is not a professional pilot. The name is very misleading. I think, and I think Honda calls theirs Copilot.
Copilot. Yeah.
And Copilot means the pilot can get out of the seat and go have coffee.
It's as good as you. Yeah.
The Copilot is every bit as good as you. Those are more misleading, but the rage isn't there, and they sold so few of them that statistically it wouldn't surprise me if there were very limited injuries.
Yeah.
It is very frustrating to see such absolute nonsense. To be clear, no car in 2019 and none today would have prevented this crash.
Thank you.
This was never about autopilot. It was a fiction concocted by plaintiffs' lawyers blaming the car when the driver, from day one, admitted and accepted responsibility.
Yeah.
After the verdict was read in court,
it's lawyers coming in, and even the driver wasn't probably thinking about doing this, but hey, we can make some money, dude. Let's do it.
Yeah. U.S. District Judge Beth Bloom said she accepted the jury's verdict and would issue an order accordingly. Most wrongful death lawsuits reach a settlement or are dismissed, but this lawsuit went to trial as a major public test of Tesla's safety record. Tesla argued the driver of the Model S was solely responsible because he was reaching for a dropped cell phone. And he testified that he believed autopilot failed me. It should have assisted me. Should I have a failure or miss something? It's 2019. The limitations of the software are well established.
I mean, you were pressing the gas.
Yeah.
I mean,
plaintiff asked for 109 million and 236, and the judge is like, "You got it. What a great amount of money. I'll give you almost that much." And of course, the family's lawyer blamed him individually. That's an appeal to emotion.
Okay. So let me go a little rant here, because this thing is really pissing me off. It's really pissing me off, right? So, okay. When articles are written about this, that's one thing, right? The article writer, do they not realize that as they write this article, that they're actually killing people today? If you write this article today, there is already now, at this point, general acceptance that autopilot and other ADAS systems are safer than humans now. And you're trying to say, no, they're not safer. They're killing people. They killed one person. Let's say this was true. Let's say that this was absolutely true, that this system killed that one person. So we should stop the development of ADAS? It's dangerous for the public. If it killed one person, for me, it's got to kill more than 44,000 people per day, per year. If it kills more, because that's the U.S., and if it kills more than 44,000 people per year, then we should pull it off. It's got to be safer than that. Not just, the bar is not if it kills one person, if it kills 10 people. That should not be the bar, because the point is we're very close now to the point where it will not kill any people. From 44,000 to 100 to 1,000 to 10,000, much lower than what it is now. That's what it is. So if you're writing this article, you're killing people. If you are sending this lawsuit, you are evil. All you're trying to do is get money. But what you will do is create a precedent that will slow down the development of not only Teslas, but all the others out there. And, this was in 2019. So you're saying, hey, we got to stop this for future negligence. That's not what happened. What actually happened in the last 5 years is that people said, oh, it's so dangerous for Tesla. How dare you do this test of supervised drivers testing FSD on the roads, and you have put all of us in danger. Well, here we are, 2025. How many people were killed by supervised FSD all this time? Almost every lawsuit that you read about later, they're overturned in Tesla's favor, except for this one.
The black box don't lie.
Yeah.
And that is absolutely true. It is very, very safe. If this had on that date in 2019 shut down the program, we saw one death due to supervisor error from the Uber program. That was the end of the program. We saw one death from Cruise. That wasn't even their fault. That was the first domino in their downfall. The real last domino was this whole thing is incredibly rickety. It's run by mechanical Turks. It is not real, but it only takes the one death. Tesla bravely plowed forward. Thank goodness they did, because
don't use that word, dude.
Well, it was a poor choice of word, but
but it's like, it should not be the case that Uber's program was shut down because of the supervised driver did not pay attention, and then the car killed somebody. And then same thing with Cruise, it dragged that person. I mean, again, compare it to human drivers. There's 2 to 3 million accidents that happen because of human drivers. There's 40,000 people dying each year from the U.S. That's the bar. So
yes. And I'll tell you another thing. If it wasn't for human drivers, the solution to the FSD puzzle would be much easier, because all the cars would be able to just have rules and just follow them. But the programs need to be designed to handle exceptions, all of them, all the time. So I do wish the family peace. It is tragic and unfortunate that this happened. I don't know what I would feel or do in the same situation, but I do not know a world in which 243.
Ironically, I guess, based on the article, the words that they use on the article, ADAS and full self-driving and autopilot, these are things that will stop this happening in the future. We are basically at that point. We're getting very close to that point now where this will not happen again if every car has these capabilities. So thank goodness it didn't kill the programs. And then give it another year, 2 years, and we're already at the point now where everything it's going to be way more safer, superhuman safer than humans,
Absolutely. And I don't know what to say to explain to people that this is saving lives. And you're right. Anyone who believes these lies has blood on their hands. When you look at a big name influencer or company head, whose name I won't even mention, who is a bit of a clown and hates Tesla and FSD while ignoring all the shortcomings of other ones that are sometimes more egregious. You're convincing people not to use the safest system in the world. And that makes me sad, genuinely sad. I don't know. I don't know what to say. So in the comments, what do we miss? What do we misunderstand? I don't know how to segue it. I'm not going to end on a joke because that would be in poor taste, but I will ask you, if you enjoyed the video, please do subscribe. It's how I keep going. It is not just an emotional thing. It is a business thing. YouTube counts it. So guys, head over to Herbert's channel, find out what he's up to. Everyone else, stay tuned, stay juicy, and I cannot wait to hear from you clever robots on a lighter note next time.